this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, I'll be hanging out with Andre Roberson, showing you how to do Russell Westbrook's signature pull-up J, and also showing off your top plays of the week. So click on this button below to start the show.
Yo, I go by the name of Pharrell from the Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know
I'm your pusher.
The world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on.
From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip and soft.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Thunder here to defend the home court, playing host to the Eastern Conference. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
Remember, they won both games against this club last season, which was, I think, one of the highlights of the year.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Griffin. He's out there with McDermott, and it's Lloyd in at the 2 spot. Now here's Westbrook. The pass to Griffin. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Booker. Fades back. No luck. Good D by Westbrook. Steve was talking about this moments ago about the sweep. Not easy to do, certainly, when you take on an opponent, one you know, and even if it's just a 2-game series like this one is, and it won't be any easier this year, I don't think, either, Clark.
No, it won't. I mean, we can be pretty certain, Kevin, that both of these teams are going to be battling for the top spot in their respective conferences, so the games between them will be hard-fought and tough.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
On defense, Oklahoma City. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And a lot of their scoring in that win came from unexpected places, from guys who don't typically get a lot of minutes.
And you know what? Those guys on the bench, they practice every day too, even if they don't play every night. And that night, they were ready. And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
At the elbow, Griffin lets it fly from 18. That's good on the jump shot.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively, because that was a blatant mistake.
Here's Booker. He has 6. Trying his luck deep. No good.
That's a bad shot. He's not a good three-point shooter anyway, and that was just too deep.
I'm with you on that, Steve. Which one of us should break it to him?
Pick by Griffin. They set the pick. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got his first 2 points.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Here's Booker. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Booker. Westbrook with the nice D there.
Really high quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Here's Griffin. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic. And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Clark. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, we're right back to even.
Here's Booker. Ibaka, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Dawkins checked in for Higgins. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Bulls shooting their first foul shot of the night. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Booker. He's covered by Westbrook. And that one hits back iron.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Six to shoot. Right at the free throw line. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Griffin. Griffin's got his second bucket of the night.
Really getting after it on the offensive boards, adding to his early total with that putback.
And Booker kicks to Durant. Dawkins the pass to Booker. Pulls up from the corner. That's good. Booker's got 8 points. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. I'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Doris?
He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X-factor for them. Back to you.
Thunder trailing by 4. Booker in at point guard. Durant is out there with Steven Adams. Then it's Higgins. And it's Moran in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Feeds it to Booker. There's the 3. And that one's good. Booker's got 11 points.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Chicago making a switch here. On defense, the Thunder. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Westbrook passes to Palmer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Here's Higgins. And that misses. That would have put him up.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And the call will be against Primetime. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, the numbers last year for them at the line, not great. Just 73% free throw shooting as a team.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
There's the lob to the hoop. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Russell Westbrook is second.
He showed such great defensive instincts last year. Just a terrific defensive player.
Chicago leading. Pass to Lloyd. Back to Westbrook. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Westbrook's got 9.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Banked in off the glass. Adams has got his first points of the night.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside Westbrook. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. That puts them in the lead. 14 points for prime time.
Now he's hit a pair of 3 balls in this quarter, so he's starting to find his range.
Westbrook drives in. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
So far in the game for Westbrook, he has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Griffin's checked in for the Bulls. And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
Okay, guys, listen up. We can't afford to crash the glass on the offensive end. We need to get our butts back on defense, no fast break points, and everyone sprinting back in transition, okay?
Well, I had a chance to check out the stats for Kevin Durant, coming off an excellent season. With him, you get so much, but really having someone lead the way scoring-wise is probably his best attribute.
And you know, Steve, it's not easy to find consistent scoring, but he definitely feels that need for this team.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hey, guys. Primetime in their last game against the Pacers made some terrific plays. He finished with 8 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Overall, it was just a complete performance from him where he felt like he played his best all season. He hopes to continue it, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game, or has it, you know, like Steve, you begin taking a toll physically?
I think it just depends on the individual, Kevin. Probably depends on you know, how he's feeling physically overall. But usually a guy who has a big night like that, it's going to carry over with just the confidence. It'll carry to the next game.
Yeah, I would not disagree with you on there, Steve. There's something about confidence in this game that really fuels you and energizes you. When you perform well, then you feel like you can do it again and again and again.
And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
And a tight game here as we end the first half.